Hello friends, welcome to my channel. My name's Michelle. I call myself the Beauty Treasure Hunter. Today I'm giving a try this Patrick Ta foundation. It was recommended to me by my oldest daughter, but I also have some really good bargains to share with you. I call those the beauty treasures. So if you want to see how I got this look, and keep in mind I have a giant bruise here that I've also covered with my steps I've figured out work pretty well. Although I'm going from the purple stage to the green stage, so I'm looking kind of green today. But if you want to see how I got this look, then hang with me. Right, I've already used my Biore sunscreen, the Watery Essence, Japanese version. I've already fast forwarded through, covering my bruise, which is still there. This time I used the Lorac Pro Conceal and Contour palette. It works well too. I've also used the Catrice and stuck with, these two on the end. So after the conceal part, then I cover with a pretty matte foundation. So I got all these little Fenty Soft Matte shades. I think there were $5.99 each at Ross. So this is a great way to find your perfect shade without spending a whole bunch of money. And if you're a makeup artist, it's great to have lots of shades. All right, so now we're ready to go. I prepped my skin today. I washed with cleansing oil, and this is the Haruharu Wonder Black Rice Probiotics Barrier Essence. And I use that everywhere, even under my eyes and on my eyelids. It is more of a creamy consistency. I'll show you. It'll come out in a drop. And I'm not going to waste that. It's lovely. Put a little bit more on. So now I'm going to go in with some Bare Minerals Prime Time Daily Protecting Primer. It does have additional SPF in here. It is just a 30, but to me, you go in with your regular sunscreen and then everything else on top is just icing on the cake. I'm only going to use this in my T-zone. This also has a little bit of glow in it, but I'm hoping it'll help fill in some pores. My T-zone is generally where everything gets shiny first, and if it gets shiny, it might slide off. I wanted to share with you these makeup remover wipes. They're called Pure and Gentle, and they were just like, I want to say $1.12 or something like that on Walmart.com, which beats the Dollar Tree price, and very lightly scented. Does a good job. Matter of fact, I'll get one out because I go through several in the makeup session. Okay, to prime my eyelids today, I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Follow Your Bisque 807, I do believe. So this is one of their foundation sticks. I've been enjoying foundation sticks as eyelid primers. This one is very reasonably priced. In my description of the video, I put where I got things. You may be able to find them at different places. Okay, today I'm going to use from Rude Cosmetics, which I've done some research. They're not a Japanese manga makeup company. They are out of Los Angeles. They just do a lot of manga themed stuff. But this palette I have seen recently. I've had mine for a little while, but it's back in Marshall's. And I can't remember if it's either $5.99 or $7.99. Very reasonably priced. This is the Roaring 20s. Here's what the shades look like. And the very tip top one is a sparkle. I know it looks like some of the others are too, but they're just really good shimmers. That top middle one is an excellent sparkle. So I'm going to go in with one with the imprinted martini, You Slay Me, as my base today. I love the names of these. We've got Bootleg, Speakeasy, and How. Jitterbug. Did you ever watch the original Little Rascals?
I'm glad none of us fall for that Valentine stuff. You said it. You're darn tootin'. We're real He-Man. And besides, I'm a woman hater.
That must have been during the 20s heyday. Those originals they're so precious. Daddy-O, Dame, Hooch, Schnookums, Nifty, Dapper. I love these names. Cat's Meow. Did I say Bootleg? Okay, now for my crease shade, I think I'm going to go in with this one right here. It's called Packard. I'm still loving this brush set. It's from Biore. I think they are the makers of the Sephora brushes, because they are numbered exactly like the Sephora brushes. This entire set was like $27. The first one I used was number 26. It's like the fluffiest eye brush. And this crease brush is number 19. I think I'll add in some pink. I'm going to go in with On the Level. This one right here. It's more like a mauve color. I'm also going to add that. It was a number 27, I didn't mention. I'm also going to add in On the Level and use this number 85. It's a tiny flat brush. There's another flat brush in the set. Not quite, it's a little bit bigger. I'm going to go in with And How. It's kind of a pinky brown. Going to put that on my upper lash line. Now I'm going to really blend. And I like a clean number 14 for that one for blending. Going to take that tiny thin brush again, 85, and I'm going to go into my sparkle, the Speakeasy. I'm going to put a little bit on my lower lash line. And now I'm going to use my finger and tap in the center. I'm going to take what I have left and kind of tap just across the top. And I like to take my pinky. I'm going to go in to Cat's Meow. It's kind of a goldy champagne. Now I'm going to give this Wet n Wild Kohl pencil whirl. It's called Simma Brown Now, like simmer down now, if your mom used to say that. And Kohl pencils are supposed to be easily smudgeable. So we'll see if I get any transfer. And the Kohl is not creamy. I'm gonna trim, even though it doesn't need trimming, and just see if I can get it going any better. Here's what it looks like on my hand. So smudgeable, but doesn't come off very easily. I think I'll do a little bit on the outer corners. It is kind of hard to mess this up though, so I would say it's beginner friendly. It just doesn't go on very heavily. By the way, that was just $1 at Walmart, so we'll see how that goes. For concealer, I'm going to go back in with my Kylie Cosmetics in 4C. I tell you what, before I do my outer corners, let me clean them up with a fold. Let's see, the set, my brush set comes with a number 71 concealer brush that is just like the Sephora 71. Okay, warmth of my fingers. I'll let that set down for a few minutes. I'm gonna go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize. I know it's going to be on sale during the Ulta sale this week, so I think I'm going to snag up a full size for the price of a mini, and we'll see if I like the full size as well as the mini. Sometimes I get a sample of something and I'm like really sold on it, and I buy the full size and it doesn't seem quite the same. Has that ever happened to you? And if so, and if you know why, let us know. Curious. Okay, I'm gonna keep letting that sit. My oldest daughter told me that she really, really likes the Patrick Ta foundation. It's really moisturizing. Some people, if you have oily skin, I don't think you're gonna like it. But I have combo, but I like a glowy or more moisturizing foundation. So this one's in shade Neutral 10. So I'll show you what it looks like. I love the shade. I think I got it just right. And I am just going to use my fingers. I do like to start in the center of my face and kind of move out from there. That little spot right back there is kind of my test for how good a coverage I can get with foundation. Okay, so you can see it is pretty glowy, and we'll see how much it sets down. And I even have a little bit left. I guess if I had not had to avoid this area, I would have used it all up. Okay, I think I'll reach for this Rimmel Multitasker. This one is in 03 Tan to Bronze. It's pretty dark, but I like it for contouring. And I have one of my 47s dedicated to contour. All right, now I have several Road Blush dupes. not dupes, but they're really similar, you know, in same kind of packaging and everything. This one I got at Marshall's last week, Ruby and Millie, and this one is in something about summer. Vacation mode. Okay, close. I think this is the one I'm going to be using. And here's what it looks like. But I want to show you the rest of them. This one is by Young Vision, so I think I got it off of Temu. It is number 1, whatever that means. It's a little bit brighter pink. And I have 3 of these. I think they're Haley or Hale from Five Below. Let's see if I can find any shade names. Moonlight. And they have the little cover on them. Here's what it looks like here. Here it is. Very close to this color, but more matte. Tell you what, I love my handy dandy magnifying glass with the light. Penny. And here it is. This one is Cinnamon. Put it right here. So all of the Haley ones are pretty matte. This one, the Ruby and Millie one, is a little bit more glossy. So I'm going with the Ruby and Millie Vacation Mode. And it's glossy. I think it's going to blend out nicely. Plus, I have, you know, this Patrick Ta on, and it's going to be blendy, I think. So I'm going to go straight in with it. So I use one of my 47s for contour and the other one for liquid and cream blushes. I think this blush is a good match for my eyeshadow today. And for years and years, I've been doing my blush like this since I was a teenager. So I was thrilled to see that it's a thing now, you know, going up really close to the eyes. I think it's pretty. I also got a new MAC, and this is a blush, but it's called Harmony. But it really, really does look like a bronzer, but I'm going to just go very lightly to set this down. So I'm going to take my number 93, and I'm not going to dig in. I'm just going to kind of rock it and lightly tap. And I got this at Marshall's. There were lots of them, so keep your eye out. I'm going to do a little bit of lip, and I used this recently with you guys, and I called it a lip liner, but it's not. It's an eyeliner, but I'm going to use it on my lips. It's called Bordeaux is the color. The name is the Smashbox Metal Effects. It's supposed to be metallic, but it's not very metallic. And I just love that as a lip liner. And I notice a lot of liners lately are like multi-liners where you can use them wherever you want them. And I tried another Nude by Nature lip product. This one is the Lacquer Lip Serum. And this one is in 04 Warm Toffee. And once you click it up, it doesn't go back down. So keep that in mind. But that feels so nice. I'll be wanting more shades of that. I'm going to also do a Nude by Nature. This is the lip oil. It's in the shade 01 Tropical Shimmer. So that's going to give me a little bit of shimmer. Just because it's so fast, I'm going to go in with a NYX Powder Louder pencil in, I think this one's ash brown. No, this one's soft brown. So if you like a soft powder rather than a goopy, waxy, or a creamy pencil, you will like these. And I think on the Ulta website this week, they're on sale for $4. And I know it always looks like, I think that this side of my face is darker. It's my lighting. Maybe as my channel grows, I will be able to get actual equipment instead of just making do. I'm going to go on top of that with some brow lamination gel from Be Pure, which is Dollar Tree. See that big long one? Ugh. And now I'm also going to go in with some Nude by Nature Loose Bronzer, Natural Glow 01 Bondi Bronze. That's what it looks like. Kind of like to get a little bit out of the sifter and then over into the cap because it doesn't have closure. That would be nice. Sometimes I like to use bronzer as a finishing powder or setting powder or both. Okay, now I still see kind of a greenish tint over here with my bruise. So I'm going to go over it a little bit with bronzer on the other side to try to make them match a little bit. I do think it's beginning to go away. I did send a picture of it to my dentist. So when I go back to get my permanent cap, I don't think I'm going to let him give me any shots. Just going to tough it out. And I do want a little bit of highlight. So I'm going to use this Hourglass. Got this at Ross. I think it's rose gold. I'm just going to do it like on my fingers. Yesterday, I did not set my makeup, and boy, by the end of the day, I was really shiny. So shiny. I'd rather be shiny. So I'm going to go in with my Cars Land powder. And I really don't want my bruise coverage to go anywhere, so I'm going to plaster it on the side so I don't get it blushing my bangs. And then I'm going to try this Vital Beauty makeup setting spray. It is the mattifying version, and I got this at Marshall's. Gonna give it a try. It's got a nice mister. Ooh, that's nice. A nice pleasant scent. You know how I am about good smells. I think I look a little green today. So let's go back in with a little bit more Bare Minerals. The setting step to this does need to be a powder foundation, not just a setting powder. Maybe that's a smidge better. Okay, I almost forgot to set down my under eyes and I'm about to panic. I can't find my H2O Lock powder. So I'm going to use the next best thing, and it's the Hydra-Luxe from Simma. This is the one that you can actually see moisture in the bottom of it. And I got this at Marshall's. It's been a while though. This one's in, I think, Fair Lady, the lightest one. And this is like super wet powder. Oh, but it feels so good. Okay, that looks better. So this is my final look for the day. I feel very moisturized. And I will try to put in a little update to let you know if setting this all down makes it doable for me. It certainly feels fantastic. And it covers the pores very nicely. So thank you for watching today. Please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It really helps to grow my channel. Leave a comment. Let me know who you are and where you're from. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you are doing well. And I hope that spending this time with me really did take your cares away for just a little while. And I hope you see me next time.